excuse me, I am going to do the fourth one today if you care to put them together. This is Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped in 41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin. Peggy Ann Dempsey, I married a Childers. This is Lina, they were the mother. They were born out of wedlock, and this is Carl's birth certificate or death. They had a death certificate on him. And the dates were changed as a reason when I got this. When I was brought over and my identity stolen and given Peggy's, and I later had to get the copies of the birth certificate, that state of Alabama and Montgomery had marked through their birth dates and put in the date given me, which is illegal, you know that, and it says that on the birth certificates. So it's all been laid out there. I guess my thoughts are, Timothy McVeigh is dead. He was put to death. He had a chip up him. He even told you the Army implanted it. This is in Implantable Biochips by Tex Mars in the New World Order, Project Lucid. So you've got it all out there. That's what's in play now, and you're buying it. And I've lost part of what I wanted to say here. Hillary Clinton's a part of it. The whole mess up there. The fact that Sessions endorsed Trump, and evidently he's got so much pressure against him that he's going to fold on endorsing Trump. I can be so wrong, but I know a lot, and I don't think Trump is a part of that bunch, and that's the reason they're going to take him down. Mitt Romney, I hate people that sell their soul. I can't stand them, and that's exactly what they're doing. Hillary Clinton could care less for the blacks or anyone but herself. Go back and read, see the others, the body count that happened during Bill and Hillary's reign in Arkansas as governor, and the Whitewater and the Rose Law Firm and all the deaths that happened. This Foster was just one of them. One had his head chopped off, decapitated, and you got a whole 90, and it's called the corpse, list of corpse. Okay, I mentioned O.J. Simpson was acquitted of the murder of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown. Same mechanism was used on him, yet he was acquitted. And I was going to this one because it really, Jesse Matthews pled guilty in Charlottesville day before yesterday, so he wouldn't face the death penalty in the murders of Hannah Graham and another girl, and I'm not going to mention her name. Anyway, I want to go on down here. So you're sending an innocent man to prison. It's not okay to send an innocent man to prison because of the circumstances, and you don't want to hurt anymore, or, that's just committing another murder or kidnapping, whatever you think. If it happened to you, what would you do if your son, and you found out he'd been programmed, like in the, okay, I'll show this real quick. James Home and Sandy Hook, the young man was programmed to kill his mother and kill those students and then turn the gun on himself. Just Virginia Tech, go back to that in 33, the stack from there. Anyway, I've told it, and nobody's listened. I've used my help and what little money I've had, and people hate my guts, kill the messenger. So here's what I wanted to, I guess to see Donald Trump up there, and to me, he says it like it is. I've always said that for a long time back, and I hope that they don't accomplish taking him down. If I'm wrong, then the whole friggin' bunch of them are part of the New World Order, and I don't doubt it. It goes back. That's the Illuminati, the global government that they speak of in the end of time, okay? So they're really going after him now. You got Rubio and Cruz on one side, each side of him. Now you got Mitt Romney. Then you had the Bushes and God knows who. Oh, please, please, don't call him con artist. It's you all that are con artists and the liars. It just takes the press asking the right questions, and they don't, or letting me speak. Okay, I don't know what else. I told about the Wayne Williams. I told about on the other tapes, and before on other tapes, but about the Piedmont airplane because it went down in Cedartown, Georgia, and it was about the time of 77, 78 when I was doing the book. Wayne Williams was he was on the photographer with my friend Jack Hartsfield. They got there because out at the Atlanta airport, they couldn't get the helicopters off the ground to go. The press couldn't. There was a big deal about nobody could get there, but Jack Hartsfield, they did later, but Jack Hartsfield and Wayne Williams won a best photographer for a picture. Later he's convicted, and I put all this up, of the black murders in Atlanta when it was mind control used. Now, I don't know, let me skim over this. I don't know that I'll get much of this up, but you got, I want to mention again Sir Terry Waite, British. Ollie North, remember the North hearings where they shredded the evidence and all that and then stopped it in 87 in July? Ollie North helped put a chip in his arm, and that's how they caught Sir Terry Waite, and he was in a blackout underneath in a cellar or something, couldn't see the sun for 5 years. So he came through here. I've forgotten now. It was about, when was it, 92? And he spoke at, he came into the airport and he spoke at Radford. Well, Chip was put in his arm. Because everybody that wants to pretend because they don't like the, well, a lot of people don't like it, doesn't mean it's not real. But anyway, I wanted to get back to, I think I covered the drug czar was, I don't know what his connection to all this. I do and I don't. I don't know if somewhere in there he's good or bad. Was police commissioner during the Wayne Williams and with the mayor that went before ABC and said it was a mechanism used that Wayne didn't do it. And a couple of weeks later they arrested him and he's in prison. So this involves mind control, and they can make deaths appear of natural cause, create an illness, or cure it. There's lists of them. Why does the press not tell all this and ask questions? Because they're controlled by the very people that kidnapped me, took down my dad. Hillary is a member. Her husband, Bill, is I can't believe all this can be going on, and the press will cover it, but they don't. And Elizabeth II, who's illegal, is a standing member, and so is Charles. Now then, let me look over this, bear with me. Piedmont Air, there was a thing there, remember, other than Wayne Williams winning picture for photography, and for my friend Jack Hartsfield, he was FBI and later saved my life in Huntsville. He was a journalist, FBI, undercover. And he gave me letters, and I put those on YouTube. Now then, another word for Illuminati is New World Order, Trilaterals, Rockefellers, Rothschild. Okay, does it, well, the one thing you don't do is tell the truth. So anyway, they're trying to take down Donald Trump, which just really called him a con artist. I can't handle it, for God's sake. I guess that didn't do any good, any of this, did it? Well, I hope that for all that Alabama did to me bad, and Sessions knows about this, okay, who endorsed Trump, and now he's kind of withdrawing or being pressured to. For all of that, and I do like the Crimson Tide. I had good memories of them. But I hope at least they don't back down and let them run roughshod over Donald Trump. As far as I know, he's the only one that's not a member. And how about George Wallace? If I said I like George Wallace, by the way, Lana Dempsey, the woman that helped